Today I want to talk about remarriage, to have a fresh start. You see, remarriage is a major step not to be entered into lightly. Making your next marriage work will take more effort and investigations than your previous one. If for whatever reason you were divorced or widowed and you are reconsidering marriage, remember, marriage is a major decision for every person at any stage of life. So as you plan for this new marriage, it's important to realize and consider what effects your previous relationship will have on this new one. Our past experiences affect us. It affects us more than we actually realize, and often more than we want them to. It is possible, however, to live free from the hurts, the wounds, and the disappointments of our past. But we can't do that by ignoring them. Looking back at our former marriages may elicit some feelings and thoughts we hoped were gone forever. Yet this step is necessary to properly plan and prepare for life with our future partners. A loving and fulfilling remarriage will depend on how well you prepare yourself, your future spouse, and your children from previous relationships. One of the primary reasons marriages fail is because couples don't learn from past relationships. If they were unwilling to do the work to salvage marriage number one, odds are high they won't approach this marriage number two any more differently. One man shared to me and said, I still had to adjust my expectations. It feels too good to be true. It usually is. We especially had to readjust our expectations about our children. We were in love, madly in love, but our children didn't embrace our relationship as quickly. The kid issue became a constant source of struggle for us. Right from the very beginning, they made two healthy decisions that set up their marriage for success. They learned from their past relational mistakes and they adjusted their expectations. Clearly, there are several issues to cover with a remarriage, but frankly, I would like to look at two: adjust and readjust your expectations. And number two, learn from your past. So when you are thinking about adjusting your expectations and learning from your past, here are some important questions to consider. Number one, what mistakes did you make in my first marriage that caused tension, lack of intimacy, and brokenness? How have I changed so that I won't repeat those mistakes? This is a question to move the blame from your ex-spouse to yourself. Of course, he or she makes mistakes, but so did you. How do you keep from repeating those mistakes in your next marriage? What will I do more effectively in this new relationship? What expectations did I have in my first marriage that I just don't need in this relationship? What can I learn from my past parenting experience that I can bring to this new relationship if children are involved. Another point, take care of your past. Don't rush into new relationship with unresolved past issues. The question is, have you both made peace with your past relationships? If either of your spouses came back today and asked you to give it another try, what would you tell them? Is your prior marriage over? Many marriages end in divorce or death, but emotionally, they linger on for years. If the previous marriage is alive in any way, it will be a hindrance to the new relationship. Losses and hurts interfere with our wisdom and decision making in selecting new partners. For a widowed person, if marriage is pursued before complete healing, one is vulnerable. Discernment can be clouded by emotions. Wrong expectations can be taken into the marriage, which create unwanted conflict and tension. Let's consider the factors that contribute to making poor choices. As you read, as you listen to me, you ask yourself these questions. Do I connect with any of these? Number one, ignoring negative information or insight you have about the person. Denial has no place in a relationship. The right questions were not asked. Can you think of any question you have wanted to ask, but you have been hesitant to do so? If so, ask them now. You haven't spent the time you needed to get to know the person thoroughly. You wondered about some behavior or beliefs of your partner, but you dismissed them as not important. You talked yourself out of your concern. Never rationalize away your concerns, or you pay later. You allowed the pressure of others to influence your choice. Are these individuals really experts? You were not sure what you really wanted in a partner, so you opted for what was available. You made your decision based on feelings rather than facts. Your right brain didn't consult the left side of your brain. A loving and fulfilling remarriage will depend on how well you prepare yourself, your future spouse, and your children from prior relationships. Don't keep secrets. If you want your new marriage to thrive, don't keep secrets. We hear too many stories of secrets that emerge after marriage. Take the path of purity and fidelity. Sex can create an instant intimacy and cloud good decision making. Sex and the feelings connected to it can often cast a depth of confusion when trying to discern real love. Sexual abstinence is very challenging, but it is a far better option than making poor choices and compromising your values in search of a relational security. You will win in your future marriage with a commitment to purity. How to handle your ex. Handle your ex with honor and integrity. Majority of couples who have remarried find that dealing with their ex-spouses is more difficult than they thought it would be. One married man told me, "I had no idea the baggage left by our ex-husband would follow us even on our honeymoon." Conversation about these previous painful actions pop up in the strangest of places in our relationships. The ghost of marriage past can become very present in your new relationship if you're not careful. Being aware of this reality can save you from some surprise pain. It is completely natural to draw comparison between your new relationship and your previous ones, for good or bad. It is human nature to view relationships in light of the previous ones. When dealing with your fiancé's ex-spouse, you will need to work hard to show respect and consideration. Try to think of him or her like you would your in-laws. Your job is to honor your mother or father-in-law, whether or not you like her or him. Because when you do that, you are honoring your spouse. Let your fiancé do the venting and complaining while you play the supportive role and listen. Try the best you can not to be the one to pile on and put an ex-spouse down. Your ultimate job is to support your future spouse, not make a difficult situation even worse. You don't want your new relationship defined through greed of an ex. How to successfully blend a family after you remarry. To be successful with step families, your goal does not actually need to be a perfectly blended family. Many step parenting experts have moved away from even using the term step family. To help blend the two families into one, you should include all your children in one of the premarital counseling sessions. Most often, when people are married, they only consider the couple in their premarital counseling. But in this case, where it involves children from previous relationships, it is recommended that you include these children in one of the pre-marital counseling sessions. At any rate, the new love is wonderful, and there is a great excitement over the chance of a relational fresh start. All is going well until the kids enter the picture. This is not always the case, but many couples say that managing their own relationship as a couple is easy compared with the challenge of dealing with the children in their new relationships. If issues with the children are not dealt with properly, a barrier to marriage oneness can build very quickly. I'll mention 5 myths and unrealistic expectations. 5 myths and these unrealistic expectations in the smart step family. Consider the following myths. Number 1, love will happen instantly and between all family members. This is a fantasy. Yes, the newly married or engaged couple has bonded, but don't expect the rest of the family to be as thrilled or quickly embrace the new relationship. Give it time. Number 2, we'll do better this time round. Many couples make the mistake of comparing their new relationship to their previous one. It's unavoidable and natural to compare on some levels, but you need to instill confidence for the future. Ask, what can I learn from my past mistakes? Learn from the past, but don't dwell on it. Number 3, everything will fall quickly into place. That's probably not going to happen. Just as you have to process your divorce, your kids need time to process this new relationship. Kids are pretty resilient, but few adapt quickly to new environments and new marriages. Be patient and let it move slowly. Too much pressure could fracture your kids' trust. Number 4, our children will feel as happy about the remarriage as we do. Step families are born out of loss. Different individuals grieve loss at different speeds and in different ways. Not all families have a difficult journey, but most experience unexpected challenges. Your children are not the ones who usually fall in love with a new spouse. You might want to settle for them liking him or her first and allow love to develop over time. Number 5, blending is the goal of this step family. Let's put it this way. Most families don't blend very well. It's normal for the biological siblings to be closer with their blood relatives. Over a long period of time, it is possible for them to develop deeper emotional connections and bond with their step sibling. But don't count on it at the beginning of your relationship. If it happens quickly, great. But know that you are in a minority in that situation. Now let's consider the factors that contribute to making poor choices. Do I connect with any of these? I think I already talked about this. I'll leave this one out. So this is my thoughts about remarriage. I'll end here. And I have remarried. And some of these things I'm speaking from my own experience. Particularly where children are involved. A premarital counseling session with your children is very helpful. Thank you.